Alright, YouTube, I said it before, and I removed the video giving the benefit of the doubt to the Amazing Atheist. I don't like the Amazing Atheist. I never found that his manner of speech, that his way of making videos was helpful to the atheist movement. I think he came off mainly as a blowhard, as someone who actually generally lacks intelligence and has more of a flair for showmanship. And I made the video originally months ago because a sex video of him got leaked in which he shoved a banana up his ass and poured chocolate syrup and tea and stuff all over his body. And at the request of several people, I took it down because they pointed out rightly that, well, you know, this got leaked against his will and so forth and whatever, and, you know, he didn't mean for it to go public, and that was fine at the time. There's now a new video which leads me to a conclusion that he's either completely inept and has no clue how to keep his own sexual preferences private, or he gets off on publicly releasing these things and they were never leaked to begin with. Of course, the new video is of him pouring apparently scalding oil on his micro-penis, dipping his testicles in it, and pouring it all over his ass, and then he squirts something else on his ass and shoves it up his asshole. We're not sure what that second substance is. It almost looked like a Bactine bottle, which was extra strange. I don't care what he does in his private time. I don't care. I don't have any problem with BDSM, masochism, sadomasochism, people into dwarf hookers, transvestites, whatever it happens to be. Of course, I don't care. I have no problem with gay people. I have no problem with porn. I have no moral outrage over this at all. But it's fairly clear now, I think he's doing it for attention. Maybe his sub rate dropped off and he decided to reignite his own name by releasing very badly staged pseudo-pornographic videos. Of course, I've seen the video on several different sites. It always gets taken down very quickly. People don't want to see it, rightfully so. I think he almost just gets off on releasing these things or having others release it and then saying it was leaked so that people go to his channel and say, oh, well, you know, let's watch some of his, I'm sure he says other crazy shit. He's giving, and I said it before, and I should have left the damn video up because now I know that I was right. He's giving a bad name to atheism, and he's doing so at a profit. He's doing this for money. Maybe he's not even a real atheist. Maybe he's just looking for money. And his legions of fans don't care. They'll say, stop being mean to him, he's just doing what makes him feel good. Well, maybe he's just doing it for attention and he doesn't even give a shit. Here he is. He's arguably the largest name in atheism after people like Dawkins or Hawking. And he's very popular on YouTube, and there's no discounting that some of his videos are entertaining at the very least. But here he is, and lately he seems to be devoting more of his time to making masochistic videos. And you have to wonder how they got in the internet in the first place. Now, of course, I myself am atheistic or agnostic anyway. And all of my videos combined don't have as many hits as a few of his single videos. And I've noticed an alarming trend that people on YouTube are more interested in someone who speaks loudly and swears constantly and says, yeah, fuck Christianity, look at how cool I am, I can say fuck the Pope, than people with intellectual value. You know, Pat Condell, or Pat Condell, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, is much more entertaining to me. I would much rather watch Richard Dawkins talk, or, you know, any of these other individuals that are at the head of the atheistic movement than the Amazing Atheist, who primarily, he got popular because he was there early, and he said outrageous things, and you've got to understand something. When YouTube was still relatively new, in the mid-2000s, that was barely the turning point at which criticizing Christianity became okay, because we had just suffered through 9/11, and remember, George W. Bush went back to Texas to make Jesus Day an actual holiday. Just on the news, there was a school that had a Jesus portrait hanging up. It should have been taken down decades ago, but it was still there. I saw a story today about there's still a school down in Georgia that has segregated proms. We're barely stepping out of the Dark Ages. Atheism barely has any legitimacy to it, and you have this moron putting out these videos because he wants money. I question as to whether he's even an atheist, and whether he's not just doing these things because he said, how can I make money? Well, these other people are making all sorts of money hand over fist on YouTube. How can I cash in? I'll say the most outrageous things possible. Oh, here's a few $1,000. TJ, Amazing Atheist. And then he says, oh no, my viewership is dropping, or something happened, or, I need to pay off my loan. So what does he do? He releases a couple of cracked videos through other people that he happens to know, who probably never even saw him jack off in the first place, sitting there with his fat micro-penis and his swollen testicles from immersing them in hot oil. And he says, oh, that'll get interest going, and guess what? It is all over the internet right now, and there are probably thousands or hundreds of thousands of people going to his channel to see what other material he's got in store. Now here's my thought. If I was going to do anything on camera with someone else, I probably wouldn't release it. If I did, I would make sure I at least look presentable. I certainly wouldn't smear hot oil on my ass and jack off a micro-penis. I like to think that my penis is normal-sized, not, it looks like a grape sticking out of his scrotum. That's ridiculous. He's either very smart and he's making a lot of money off this, which I think personally is the case, and I think that's the case with the last video too. I think he said, I'll get millions of hits off this. Just think of how many thousands of dollars he can get off that. I checked Social Blade. They claim that the amount of money I could get off of my viewership, which is high compared to most YouTubers, but it's not in the same league as someone like the Amazing Atheist, is $4,000 or $5,000 a year to about $14,000 a year. Not bad money. I've only got 3.5 million hits on my whole channel. He gets 3.5 million hits on individual videos. How much money do you think he makes if 1 million people go check out his videos after he releases one of these videos? He's making money, again, hand over fist. He probably made $5,000 today, just an extra hit generation, because people click on the ads like the dumbasses they are. And I said it before again, and I, wish I had kept the video up. He's a moron. His arguments usually make no sense. He states them forcefully, that's great. He doesn't really say anything that I don't say, or that Richard Dawkins doesn't say, or that Pat Condell doesn't say, or any other atheist who happens to have a presence online says. He doesn't do anything that's different from anyone else, other than he happens to be more forceful and he has good video equipment. He probably invested in it because he figured he could make so much money. So, the Amazing Atheist should really just shut the fuck up. He's stupid. He's probably... What does he think is going to happen when all the already uptight Christians and Muslims get a hold of a video like that? They're going to show it around and say, look at this degenerate atheist and what he does in his bedroom. Now granted, I don't like the idea of moral outrage. I don't think anyone should prevent him from doing what he wants to do in the bedroom. If he wants to jack off into hot oil, let him do so. But he's really tarring the reputation of atheism in so doing, and he's either stupid and doesn't realize this fact, or he's selfish and he doesn't care, or he's selfish and he just wants money. Those are the only reasons he would be doing this. I'm going to go with greedy and he just wants more money. But for all I know, he could truly actually be a total moron and not understand that, yes, when you do such a thing, and you are a self-proclaimed and popular atheist, yes, you damage the movement. What do you think happens when a priest diddles a little boy? Thousands of people probably leave Catholicism every time a story like that runs, because it pushes those people over the edge, and they say, that's the last straw. How can God possibly be in our church? Well, guess what? Probably there are atheists out there who say, wow, this dude's just totally fucked up. He's pouring hot oil on his testicles. I'm going to stop calling myself an atheist. I don't want to be associated with this moron. You've got to use a little bit of common sense when you're a public figure. If I were to release a sex video, it would probably harm my reputation. Well, what do you think's going to happen to the Amazing Atheist? It's self-explanatory. He's a fucking moron. And that's basically all I've got to say about it. Because, really, the first time he did it, you can let it slide and say, okay, he made a mistake. Okay, his ex-girlfriend wanted revenge on him. It was meant for only her eyes. Something like that. That's perfectly acceptable, okay? I'll make a video of myself jacking off and put it on a sock account, and then I'll say, oh, whoops, somebody else uploaded that. People will give me a pass. I can understand that. Now he's doing it again. He's obviously got a purpose behind why he's doing it. Let's investigate again. What could that purpose be? More hits and money, or he's a complete, total nutbag, scumbag moron. Those are the reasons. So, I've never been a fan. I never watch his videos anyway, because I've watched a few of them and got completely turned off. And other people should probably stop watching his videos. Maybe if we ignore him, he'll go away. And he can be replaced by atheists who actually know what they're talking about, can make a coherent argument without resorting to potty language, and don't put out videos of themselves with their swollen micropenis immersed in popcorn oil or melted butter or whatever the hell that was. It's ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say about it. Peace out.